Chapter 220. The Dark Lord's Decision. This son of his own had very good talent, but unfortunately, he was just arrogant, and didn't know that there were mountains beyond the mountains and heavens beyond the heavens. Even in this spirit-sealing space, there were many powerful characters. Father, this is a spirit-sealing space after all. Not to mention that even if we go outside, my son is not afraid of anyone, Wu Feng said confidently. Father and son talked for a while. Then Wu Feng left. Wu Baishan looked at his son's back. His eyes fell into memories. Back then, he also fought to the city of heaven with such and such confidence. But unfortunately, on the battlefield of the city of heaven, a supreme powerhouse left a scar on top of his forehead, causing him to retreat sadly and return to the city of earth. Even a figure as powerful as him was only a loser in the battlefield of the city of heaven. In the noisy city of earth, dark currents surged. Kang Chon's matter was made a big fuss, and many trialists were paying attention. It was just that Kang Chon's figure had never been seen. In the middle of a quiet courtyard, Kang Chon, Brahmashin, and Xiaojun were talking lazily as they admired the sky of the city of earth and talked about the way to cultivate the physical body. Whether it was Kang Chon or Brahmashin, or even Little Gold, their fleshly bodies were top-notch existences amongst their level, and they naturally had a lot of experiences and ideas for each other, which were just right to exchange at this moment and promote each other. Flesh body, when strength comes first, like those 5 Zhuangwu descendants, their flesh bodies are incomparably powerful. Even I, who have reached the Emperor level A, am not sure of breaking their defenses. Brahma Shin said so. His cultivation technique was to enhance the strength of the physical body, making it reach the point of indestructibility. However, Little Gold had a different idea, as he said. Of course it's strength that's most important, as long as it's strong. No matter what defenses they have, they'll all be blown away with a single punch. The Vajra divine monkey lineage focus the most on strength, otherwise they wouldn't be known as the demonic beasts with the strongest strength. As Kang Chon listened to the two of them talk, he shook his head and said, "Strength and power are both important. It's better to cycle through both gradually." This was what he did, whether it was physical strength or power. Kang Tian surpassed geniuses of his level. Dao brother. Van Xin couldn't help but laugh bitterly at his words. Your talent is strong, but others don't have your talent. To raise the strength and power of the physical body at the same time with 2 minds, that's almost impossible, and only you, the pervert, can do it. Xiaojin nodded his head in deep thought. Even for a demonic beast like him, he could only try to raise his strength as much as possible. But the strength of his physical body could only progress gradually along with it, and could not be comparable to the strength of his physical body. But Kang Chon was different. The 9 revolutions Zhuanggong that he cultivated could not only raise his strength, but also raise the strength of his physical body at the same time, which was why this technique was known as the strongest body refining technique in the Flood continent. Of course, despite the fact that the 9-turn Zhuanggong was very powerful, the difficulty of its cultivation was also not trivial. Otherwise the Elder of Law Enforcement wouldn't have only taken in 3 disciples in so many years. It wasn't that he didn't want to accept them, but very few people could cultivate the 9 revolution Zhuanggong. Kang Chon was able to cultivate the 9 revolution Zhuanggong so quickly because of his special bloodline, Kang Chon hegemony blood, and it would be impossible for anyone else, even those 3 senior brothers of his, to cultivate it so quickly. After being in the spirit sealing space for so long, Kang Chon's 9 revolutions Zhuanggong could already cultivated into the 3rd layer at this moment, and was currently moving towards the 4th layer. As long as he cultivated into the 4th layer, he would have completed his merit and could advance to the Yuanying stage. While Kang Chon and the others were talking about flesh cultivation, information from the outside world also came in, mostly from Van Xin, who had gone out to inquire about the news. Kang Chon didn't give a damn about little, bully King Wu Feng's challenge. He was too lazy to pay attention to it for the time being. After all, if anyone challenged him like this, wouldn't he be exhausted? With Kang Qian's character, unless the other party had provoked him, he was too lazy to pay attention. In his eyes, Wu Feng was just a child making a fuss. There was no need to take it seriously. However, Xiaojun thought otherwise. He said with great anger, "Brother, let me go out and punch this guy to death. What arrogance. Yeah, going on like this isn't a solution. The other party is obviously trying to force you to come out." Van Xin also said, "Forget it. As long as he hasn't messed with me here, there's no need to pay attention to him." Kang Qian shook his head. He believed that sooner or later he would confront Wu Feng, but there was no need to go at this moment. After all, if he had to go when Wu Feng challenged him, wouldn't that make him look too unimposing? One must know that even a challenge requires a qualification. Did Wu Feng have this qualification? At least Kang Qian didn't think so, so he was lazy. Fan Xin smiled bitterly at his words. Even after knowing Kang Qian for so long, he still had no way of grasping Kang Qian's character. Sometimes Kang Qian was very strong, and at other times, Kang Qian appeared calm and indifferent. It was hard to imagine how Kang Qian had swept away the invincible and dominated the city of Man. Battlefield. That invincible hegemonic emperor. When would he break out his hegemony? Boom. Outside the courtyard, a powerful figure descended from the sky, exuding a strong aura. Kang Qian and the others instantly spotted this person, as he did not hide a trace of his aura. Hegemonic Emperor, Vajra King, Monkey King, my lord has set up an imperial banquet at the Earth Immortal building. But all imperial level powerhouses are among the invitees, so I would like to ask the three of you to honor us with your presence. The person who came was a 9-foot man. His entire body was very muscular and exuded a powerful aura. Kang Qian's trio was shocked. This was an emperor-level powerhouse, and it was much stronger than the Fox Emperor's kind of emperor level. It was definitely a powerhouse that had reached the emperor level long ago. Moreover, listening to what this person said, he also had an adult. So just how powerful was this adult? Kang Qian couldn't help but ask, "Your family's adult is?" The Black Demon King. After the 9-foot man finished speaking, he shot out 3 golden invitations. Then he clasped his fists at Kang Qian's trio before leaving. Kang Qian received the invitations and pondered. A banquet of an imperial level powerhouse. This banquet is not that tasty. Little Gold snorted coldly. I heard that this Black Demon King is not simple. He is one of the 3 strongest people in the city of Earth, and his strength is not below that hegemony King Wu Baishan. Van Xin said gruffly, "HMPH. That's because my brother didn't come. Now that my brother is here, they all have to step aside," Little Gold said with a proud face. Kang Qian patted his head, then mused, "This Black Demon King even knows our whereabouts. It is indeed not simple. We cannot be careless. I'm afraid this banquet will not be peaceful." "Then brother, are you still going?" Little Gold asked. Brahma Heart also looked towards Kang Qian with an inquiring gaze in his eyes. "Go, of course I'm going." Kang Qian smiled, then a purple lightning flashed in his eyes as he hummed. "It just so happens that we have been cultivating in the city of Earth for so long. It's time for us to go out for a walk. Or else those people would really think that I, Kang Qian, am a prodigal. Humph. Ha ha ha. Brother Dao, you finally couldn't hold it in. I thought you had been holding it in forever." Brahma Heart laughed out loud at his words. "Brother, you don't need to do anything with those little mongrels. I'll do it." Little Gold, on the other hand, was all excited. He knew there was another battle to fight. What a battle maniac. Kang Qian was dumbfounded at his words. When the 3 of them decided to head to the Earth Immortal building to attend the banquet, all the Emperor-level powerhouses within the entire Earth City had also received invitations and were all rushing towards the Earth Immortal building. Because there were too many Emperor-level powerhouses within the city of Earth, there was no way to hide this news, and it soon made the entire city aware of it. At once, everyone was abuzz. The Dark Demon King was actually going to feast on all the emperors. How great was this? However, the Black Demon King did have this qualification. Immediately, many cultivators rushed to the Earth Immortal building. Although they weren't among the invitees, it didn't stop them from watching. Although the Earth Immortal building had already been wrapped up by the Black Demon King, these cultivators were still able to see all the scenes in the Earth Immortal building from the outside. Obviously, the Dark Demon King was doing this deliberately. He just wanted this gathering to be known by everyone. Black Demon King, I'd like to see what tricks you're playing. Humph. Within a magnificent mansion, a stunning beauty had an indifferent smile on her face. Within another majestic mansion, Wuxia looked at the invitation in his hand, revealing an icy gaze. Feasting on the entire emperor. HMPH, what great vigor. Could it be that you have broken through to the invincible realm? The same situation appeared in different places, as one by one, emperor-level powerhouses were invited and rushed to the Earth Immortal Tower. Not only were the imperial-level powerhouses among the trialists, even the native imperial-level powerhouses within the spirit ceiling space were among the invitees. In short, as long as they were imperial-level powerhouses within the City of Earth, they had all received invitations. The splendid Earth Immortal building was situated on Misty Peak, at the highest place in the entire Earth City. The surrounding clouds were misty and gorgeous and dreamy, resembling a fairyland. Standing at the Earth Immortal building and looking down, one had the feeling of having a panoramic view of the mountains. It was rumored that the owner behind this restaurant was the City Lord of Earth City, so no one dared to cause trouble here, which made this restaurant the most prosperous and flourishing restaurant in Earth City. At this moment, as time passed, a powerful figure appeared in front of the Earth Immortal building and was welcomed inside by a maid. Heavenly Wind Emperor has arrived. Emperor Nanli has arrived. The 5 Yuan Emperor has arrived. In front of the Earth Immortal building, a king-level powerhouse was greeting each and every arriving emperor-level powerhouse with a smile on his face and giving his name. After only half an hour, there were already dozens of emperor-level powerhouses arriving at the Earth Immortal building. Not far away, a cultivator from Earth City was looking up at the scene and watching the gathering of these imperial-level powerhouses. This was the most high-profile gathering that Earth City had ever seen, bringing together all of the emperor-level powerhouses. Overlord has arrived. Suddenly, a loud roar caught everyone's attention. In the distance, a domineering figure came slowly, the icy cold gaze in his eyes, causing everyone to feel chills on their backs as a majestic aura swept through the entire space. Everyone watched this person's arrival with bated breath, their eyes filled with excitement and thrill. This was the Overlord, one of the 3 strongest people in the City of Earth. Brother Overlord, long time no see. As a Gemini King appeared in the Earth Immortal building, a loud voice suddenly came from the upper floors, and in the next moment, the crowd felt their eyes blur. And when they reacted again, there was already an additional powerful figure in front of them. It was a middle-aged man wearing a black robe. His eyes were radiant, like 2 moons in the dark night, emitting an immortal light that made everyone tremble uncontrollably. This was the Black Demon King, one of the 3 strongest people in Earth City, alongside the Overlord. Everyone looked here with bated breath and unblinking eyes, not wanting to miss this scene of the 2 males staring at each other. Boom! Another powerful figure strolled in and appeared before the Earth Immortal building. The crowd couldn't help but be shocked. Who dared to appear in front of the Overlord and the Black Demon King at this time? Wasn't he afraid of death? Haha, Hegemony King, you came quite early. Black Demon King, what kind of Hongwen banquet are you setting up this time? In the crowd's line of sight, a stunning beauty came slowly. She was dressed in a turquoise green shirt and long skirt, looking very innocent. Only that pair of bright eyes eclipsed both heaven and earth. This was a powerhouse that was not inferior to the Overlord and the Black Demon King. 100 Change King.